Yeah, you said
I said one thing. Now I'm talking. Sometimes your personality is your major weakness.
right.
It's the characteristics in your personality and the way, and it's the way you function with your personality. Some people are good, they can do things, but boy, they have a weird personality. And having the wrong kind of personality can have you mistaken even when you operate in your strength.
Yes, that's true.
Well, lack of confidence has a reflection on your personality.
All of it is one sense, but I'm just saying, just sometimes people just have a personality. It's just like, man, their personality is just, you know, they mean well, but their personality just be like, man, this is hard to get around. So when you have weaknesses, what do you do to strengthen your weakness? If you're insecure and you deal with rejection and you suffer from that, what do you do to get past your weakness? Most people don't do anything. They protect themselves.
Right.
They shut down. They protect themselves. If you're afraid of rejection, you protect yourself. You say, I ain't gonna open up. That way I ain't got to worry about getting rejected. So therefore you don't open up to people, right?
Right.
Huh?
I'm open more than I have been most of my life.
So now you're trying to overcome it, but I'm saying when you're not strengthening it, you're affected by it. You understand what I'm saying? So do you think that your weakness can hinder you as a leader?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to ask you. I want to see if you say, no, I don't think it will. I believe mine hinder me because I be meaning well, man. I be wanting to do some stuff. I mean, I have some great ideas, but my whole thing, man, it just ain't enough of me to go around.
Right.
It ain't enough of me to go around. It be like, dang. It didn't go where I wanted to go because it wasn't enough of me to go around. But most times I be wanting to do something, I be motivated about it, but I ain't got other people ain't motivated to do what I want to do.
Yes.
It's like, that was you, man. It's like, that was possible. He wanted to do that. We didn't. He wanted to do that. So I didn't stop thinking everybody's hyped like I am. You got to know your strengths. You got to know your weakness. Because when you know your weakness, you have to protect yourself from your weakness and other people. That didn't even make sense, did it?
Yes.
Of course it did. If you know you got a weak back, you don't go over here trying to pick up nothing real heavy. But if you got to move it, you say, I got to move it, but I ain't going to pick it up because my back is weak.
Right.
So what you do, you say, man, I give me $1.
Right.
You hear what I said? Listen to what I'm telling you. So when you know your weakness, when you still got to get stuff done, you can't say, I ain't going to do that because I'm weak. You got to figure out how to work around your weakness.
Right.
Because sometimes you got a weakness that you just can't fix at that moment, but you need to get past it.
Amen.
I can't fix my weak back, but I got to move this thing right now. It needs to be moved. But I got a weak back. So I need to learn how to process around my weakness to achieve things, but still my weakness don't cause me to injure myself or injure others.
Right.
Do that make sense?
Yes.
If you're going to be an effective leader, man, you need to understand your weakness, because when you understand your weakness, man, you get along with people better and you walk safer and more in peace. Because if you have a weakness that you talk too much and you don't learn how to keep your mouth closed, you always be having problems with people. Like, I always doing good till I just said this one thing. I just said too much and there it is. So when you know talking too much is your weakness, guess what you do? You practice.
Being quiet.
Huh? That's right. And not just being quiet, but minimizing and having more control. Because sometimes you do need to be quiet, but sometimes you need to speak, and you don't need to be quiet when you need to speak.
Right.
So you need to have the timing and understanding and the wisdom, but still when you need to speak, sometimes you can go overboard. Because sometimes people want to make their point and they're going to drive it. Man, somebody did me like that the other day, and I'm telling you, I was about to hang up the phone. And I'm like, man, you ain't that thorough with your children. Don't be doing me like that. I already responded to it, and you keep on going on. And I'm talking about, I was really getting agitated with them. And there's a dear friend of mine. I'm talking about a very dear friend, long-time friend, childhood friend. And I almost said something to really wreck the relationship because I've been dealing with it for a while. You know, and I, instead of addressing it, I just said, oh, we've been friends. And shoot, I already been knowing him like that for years, but this day he's just really rocking me with it. But guess what? I'm one that God used to lead him to Christ. So I don't want to come and be a stomach, but I have to watch myself.
Right.
I got a strong personality. I got a real sharp mouth. And if I get in the flesh, I can really get in the flesh. Because I can say some hurtful things. I can get real slick with my mouth. And I don't like that because I don't like having to go apologize to people. So since I don't like to have to go apologize, I practice not doing stuff that I have to apologize for. So rather than saying a bunch of stuff, I just be quiet. And then I have to come up out of it later and build myself back up because you can't be quiet all the time when it's necessary for you to communicate.
Right.
If you're in a relationship and you talk too much and you don't want to say the wrong thing, you have to be quiet and gather yourself. But sometimes it requires that you communicate quickly because it could be a serious matter that needs to be addressed, and you can't just be quiet till you feel like talking.
Right.
Am I making any sense?
Yes.
So you have to learn how to function with your weakness. Because if you get mad in the church and your weakness become a part, will the team suffer because you operate in your weakness? It's like, man, we need you, man. You won't step up. You'd be like, because some people's weaknesses, they shut out. When issues, when they get too heated, instead of John, like John said, instead of communicating, he won't communicate. Because some people just shut down and you can't get nothing out of them. Like, man, what's wrong with your boy? So what are we doing? We walking through this leadership because people think building leaders and being a good leader is that you just know how to do something good. It takes that's one of the biggest lies I ever heard. Just because you know how to do something good don't make you a good leader. You got to understand your strength, but you got to understand your weakness. Then you got to have the wisdom and the balance to be able to use them and protect yourself and protect other people and do it effectively. But when you nonchalant and you selfish, you don't care if your weakness hurt other people. Yeah, I know I talk too much. I've been like this all my life. And if people don't like it, that's why I don't mess with people, because people can't deal with me. That's the wrong attitude to be an effective leader. Because you ain't going to never lead nobody but some blind folk. And all y'all going to end up in a ditch because that's not a good attitude to be conducive for anything successfully or worth anything. That attitude is good for leading an angry mob. You can really lead them with that attitude. You get them stirred up. Some people, that's their strength.